Oh, oh dear. So Dead Space remake. It's not very good. Right, so that's an overblown statement to begin with. Dead Space Remake, I'm sure, is a good game for people that like these sort of games. I have only played Dead Space 2 of the original trilogy. I tried Dead Space 3, just couldn't get into it. I didn't get very far in Dead Space 2, to be fair. I got through the opening bit and just went, nope. Never played the original Dead Space, never got round to having it until recently. I've been told, really, I should play that over this, because this really was not my cup of tea. I will say my headspace was not in the correct place when I went to play this game. I was having a really bad day. So if you're already frustrated and angry, picking up a game where things are trying to eat you, yeah, not a good idea. I tried playing it again afterwards when I'd calmed down a bit, and I can see why people will enjoy it. Just not for me. It's not my type of game at all. But yeah, I might try and play it again in the future, or more likely I'll let my missus play it, and I'll enjoy watching her because she loves these sort of games. So yeah, if you're into horror games, I'm sure it's good. If you are a wuss like me, I played that on story mode, and I still kegged myself at several points throughout the game. I might do a little compilation of me kegging myself on camera. Oh, God. Right. Ah! What the frick? What the frick? Oh, off. Off! But yeah, let's go through to the basic Gaga review. As you see, I've stopped doing all the main scores now. So the graphics, obviously the graphics are better than the Xbox 360 PS3 days when the originals came out. You know, blimey, that was like 15 years ago, so of course the graphics are going to be better. Was that Series X graphics though? No, I don't think so. I think that's Xbox One / PS4 genre, yeah, that sort of age. Yeah, so really, really underwhelmed by the... Has anybody ever been whelmed? I know people get overwhelmed and underwhelmed. I've never been whelmed, but I was underwhelmed by the graphics on that. And one of the things that really, really frustrated me at several points was the very poor ragdoll physics. Like, things that were on the floor would get stuck to your leg and you'd drag them around the room as they flail around, like those things that you get outside car showrooms. Yeah, really, really bad. There was a point where there was just like, I think it was like a barrel or a chest or something on a shelf. I hadn't even touched it, and it was just vibrating within the shelf. It was like, what the... Come on. And bear in mind, this came out, what, well over a year ago now. When did it come out? 2023 this came out. So yeah, over a year ago this came out. And I had to download a massive patch just to play it. So it took me ages to install the game, because it's blooming Xbox where most of the game isn't on the disc. So it took me ages to download the game. Then I had to install massive patches just to be able to play the blooming thing. And they still haven't fixed things like that. So how bad was the game originally? So yeah, the graphical side of it, in all honesty, not that impressed with. It's not Series X sort of level for me. Anyway, move on to the audio. Audio was... So it was creepy. People in the stream mentioned that the audio is akin to Alien, you know, the Alien franchise. So the Alien Isolation playthrough, I raved about the audio on that. The one thing I am going to say that really lets this down, though, is the necromorphs. It is the most... They're not frightening. Like the act of something coming at you and chasing you is frightening. But the sounds is like, hey! It sounds like an old northern man that's noticed something like, oh, look at that! Oh. What was that all about? It's terrible. Absolutely awful. So, yeah... the acting itself was good. The voice acting was really good, but the necromorphs were just laughable. Again, I only got to like the second section of it. I played a little bit of the second section when I calmed down, realised I still didn't like it. But yeah, if that's meant to scare you, it isn't. It was the one respite for me. I was petrified of playing the game again because I am a wuss. But that made me laugh. That broke the tension. It was just like, hey! Noises every now and then. What was going on? So yeah, audio, it's better than middling. It's all right. It's good-ish. So yeah, okay. We'll move on to gameplay. So, gameplay on this, it has the Resi 4... Resi 4 copyright over the shoulder cam, well, over the right shoulder, isn't it? Over the shoulder cam, where it can be really awkward. If you get close up against things, your own body blocks out the vast majority of the screen. Sometimes you can't read, like something will come up like a door open or something you got to pick up will come up in front of you and the wording will be blocked off by your body. They really haven't done very well planning all that in. Several points I was clicking to run. I don't know if it's my controller. I don't think it is my controller because I've played other games. I've never had an issue. I was clicking to run and the guy would be stumbling, like starting to run and stopping. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. So I think there's control issues with it. Just the way it was set out as well. At the start of the game, it did like when I played number 2, you start off, you're in a straitjacket. You can't do anything. You just got to run. They did a similar thing with this, only you're not in a straitjacket. I've got my hands available. I've got my legs available. I can't do anything. I can't attack. I can't push anything out the way. I can't pick anything up. It was just an on-rails walkathon. Should have been runathon, but as I said, the run didn't blooming work. So, yeah, I was just staggering through a room while these necromorphs chased me. Really poor. And then it puts you into another room. Again, because I hadn't played the original, I don't know what you're meant to do. Apparently, it's intuitive if you've played the original. I don't know. I was just stood there. I was clicking, right, where does it want me to go? It wants me to go through that door. Try and get through the door. Can't get through the door. Brilliant. What do I do now? I didn't know what you meant to pick up. I don't know what you meant to do. So, yeah, and at that point, there was people in the stream saying, like, you've got to smash that box. You've got to stamp on the box. And I was like, all right, how do you stamp on it? Press this button. Doesn't work because you hadn't unlocked how to stomp your foot at that point. And with that as well, it's still a human. It's just a man in an outfit. Why can he stamp so hard that he can snap through a femur? I mean, it's ridiculous. He can snap through someone's spine with his foot. He can explode a man with a toe. It's bloody ridiculous. So yeah, the gameplay I thought was abysmal. I thought it was really bad. You're going to argue with me there. You're going to tell me it's the best game ever. It's the best game ever, Donald. You just don't like horror games. Correct. Don't like horror games. But I also think that the gameplay was absolute bobbins. So yeah, no, really, really bad. Really, really, really did not enjoy that. Let's move on to the appeal. So the appeal is how likely am I to play this game again? Very, 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 very unlikely. I thought it was really bad. Like Alien Isolation, there's a chance I could go back to that. There's a chance I might get into playing it. Even though I didn't like the game, there's a chance I could go, come on, there was bits there that was my fault. I could get better at that. I wasn't actually having any issues playing the game. As I said, I was on story mode, which Alien Isolation doesn't have. You either get good at it or you fail. With this, on story mode, you can't really die. I was just bored. I just thought it was terrible. So yeah, there's no chance of me wanting to go back to that game. As I say, I may, in the distant future, play it. Probably more likely to get my partner to play it while I watch because she does enjoy these sort of games. But for me, awful game. So again, this is subjective. This isn't a review of the game. I'm in full-on IGN mode right now, where where I'm going to slate a game just because I don't like it. But that's what a review is. It's a personal opinion, and I think that is rubbish. If I was going to give it a score out of 40, let's see, graphics, average, so 6 or 7, say 6, because I genuinely don't think it's doing anything with the Series X's power. Audio was good. Audio was good, apart from the yeah. So we'll put that 7. Yeah, go on to gameplay. Gameplay was awful. So 2. Oh my god. And yeah, appeal 1. I'd give it a 0, but there is a slight chance I'm going to play it again. So that's a 16 out of 40. That is the worst game. The worst game I have ever had the misfortune of having to play. Yeah, one more to go though. One more to go for this month of October, which is Resident Evil 7 in VR. Thanks. And then no more horror games for a year. But that is my review of Dead Space. I'm sure there's people out there that will love it. Watch other reviews. They'll probably be less biased than me. But for me, if you're like me, if you don't handle stress well, and you're not particularly into horror, you just want an enjoyable game, that is not it. That is poop. So, yeah. I hope you haven't enjoyed this. I hope you haven't enjoyed it, because I didn't enjoy playing it and you made me play it. So I hope you haven't enjoyed this video. This has been Donald Mackerel for Donald Mackerel Gaming, saying never, ever, ever make me play stuff like this again. Thank you. Cheers, everyone.